Hey everybody, 3KO Games here. Thanks for tuning in to another war video here in Empires and Puzzles. Second round of Undead Horde Minion War, and Guardians Reborn faced off against this alliance. We are aggressive. Thanks, we are aggressive. Fun to play against you. We were able to get a pretty resounding victory, so we're really happy about that. And before I get into the hits, just want to remind you, if you have been watching and enjoy these war videos or any of the other content that I put out, we'd appreciate it if you like and comment and hit that subscription button. It sure helps me out. And now, on to the hits. First hit against a Diao-Chan tank. Brought in my familiar, by this point, anti-Diao-Chan team. Which gives me 4 reds, and Torben is like the main ingredient there. I probably should not have done that first yellow move into Lemonwood, because it ended up just taking me way too long to get enough reds going. And now Diao-Chan, or not Diao-Chan, but Lemonwood mana is increasing. I finally get that red diamond, and I'm like, yes, here we go, I'm ready to go. But that was just enough to set Lemonwood off. And you know what happens once that happens. Yeah, then your team suddenly looks like that. I tried to hang on for as long as I could, but it was a pretty futile battle here. Second flag up against a Nautica tank went much better for me, using my kind of familiar anti-Nautica team. Varus cuts down the mana growth that Nautica gives, and then I had this big group of purples. I probably didn't play it right. I went for the 4 in the middle, I believe. I'm hesitating here, trying to figure out, well, which should I do first? Yeah, I could have gotten 6 a different way, but I guess that was also 6. And then there in the corner, there's the. Oh, I see. I went for some. I guess I went for some greens there in the meantime. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we could actually get, what's his name, Shimmer Scale? No, whatever that guy's name is, out. And then I didn't know where to go to get some more hits. And that was stupid. With the with the cascade, it set Nautica off, and then that healed Shimmer Scale. Not Shimmer Scale. What's his name? Whatever his name is. Healed him quite a bit, and then I was kind of in trouble. But luckily I held on pretty well. Yeah, that was not as big a hit as I had feared. And then adding a little bleed damage, plus the added damage from Chikao in the corners was pretty good. I think I maybe lose Varus here. Yeah, but I hung on to everybody else. Um, why did I do that? Oh, I guess I wanted to get Siegfried up right away. Um, I didn't think that he would bypass everything. That was super frustrating with Norman. Forgot that was part of his deal. So he bypassed that big counterattack that Siegfried was supposed to do. Um, and I was a little nervous because, I mean, okay, their team's almost gone, but my team's almost gone too. Um, Lucky to get that some purple tiles here so I could heal. And then I didn't know, should I try to just take Pip out right away, or should I use the poison on two people over on the other side? And what did I do? I ended up just trying to take Pip out. So there's that. Replenishing some purples, and then I've got some greens to play with too. And now we're just kind of waiting for everything else to take course. We did get a good counterattack there against Leonidas, and Chikao did a good job, but of course now we're going to get some fighter revive stuff. So eventually, he won't revive. Let's see, is it this time or is it one more? Yay, okay, just that time. Hit number 2, much better than hit number 1. So those first two teams are pretty standard with who I take. In the Anti-Nautica team with Varus, it might change by a hero or two. This team, I think it's the first time I've used exactly this lineup of heroes, and I liked it quite a bit. Just trying to get enough purple tiles so that maybe we could get Mordowitch up. And boom, I just got really lucky with a wonderful cascade here. And, my big concern here was what's his name? Grimsteel. So that's why I brought in Shermini, so that she could soak up his growth. But then I kind of wondered for a while. I'm like, oh, should I take out Grimsteel right now? Should I try to take out Armand? I believe I just decided to hit Armand with Mordowitch, which was bound to take him out in just a little bit. Getting some of the reds there that I needed. And then it was a gamble about, should I try to get these reds into Lemonwood? Is that enough to set him off? But I figured I had a 3 in 5 chance that even if he goes off, he's going to hit a purple and it's not going to matter. Was I successful? Yes, I couldn't remember. So yeah, I'm still left with Dima to do his stuff, and I've got Shermini to just like cut people down. So that was pretty great. I love watching this sleep mode happen. Although it didn't stop him, it didn't somehow like make him paralyzed. He must be sleeping because of the moth dust or whatever that's called. Not sure. I was worried about Lemonwood here because everybody has a little bit of mana. So found one place to do no cascade, but it was going to play into Satin Pimenter. Lost Obicon. Was worried that this could be game over here, but with the damage that Grimsteel and Satin Pimento were taking because of the Shermini special, figured I would be able to get turned around right away, and I did. Yay! This was a fun hit. Anytime you can get some of your slow speed heroes to fire their special, you're probably going to win that battle. I'll be honest, there's not a whole lot to talk about with this hit. Um, just bringing in a kind of familiar blue-yellow team for me. And the board didn't look awful, but somehow I just wasn't able to put these blues together in any type of way. So you'll see what happens. Another team where I don't think I've ever actually used this particular lineup of heroes before, and I do see that I didn't set my troops exactly right there, but oh well. I went strong 4-1 yellow green, which is kind of weird for me. But my main concern here was Von Rothbart. I just wanted him gone. So I thought maybe tile damage would do it, but then I also had two mana control heroes in Waddles and Zandrella, and Guardian Gazelle to take his dance away if he does hit, as long as he doesn't hit Guardian Gazelle or probably the person next to her. And of course, as you see, he's just about to hit now. I was a little afraid it was all over because he hits right next to Gazelle. But there's enough damage here. I was very afraid of losing Zandrella. That would have probably ended the match for me because she comes in pretty handy here later. But boom, you defeat him and the ballad goes away for you, and then I was ready to heal. So just lucky really who what's her name? Costume Lassie actually hit so that my right side could stay alive. I did have to deal with Leonidas, and he resisted all that mana reduction. Um, and then it was just a kind of a dance the rest of the battle to see who I should actually use the mana control on. Decided to hit Bonzo there, and that was a pretty big hit there on Lemonwood. Um, Figured since Bonzo was already had the other Mindless on, I might as well hit this right side, and Zandrella, of course, hits whoever you target, and then any other blue hero. So I was bound to be able to deal with Costume Lassie that way. Yeah, she was ready to attack one more time, and I believe this at least took out a Lassie. Oh, yeah, never mind. I went over there to Bonzo because his mindless ended. Now trying to fill both those people up so they actually get their mana reduced. Lost Lemonwood here, but felt like I was in an okay place. I just debated here for a second whether I wanted to take out Sparklight or Bonzo. Um, didn't know how long Bonzo's not mindless thing, but you know the that mana ailment anyway. How long he had to go. I figured one more turn I could probably swipe those tiles into him and set him off, and then I could use June on Sparklight. And that one more turn allowed Bonzo to kill himself. And then I just had to wait for a second for the right combo of tiles here to take out Leonidas. Pretty friendly red board here. No red heroes. That's okay. By the way, I want to give a shout out just to thanks to people who saw my video, my last couple of videos, and by mentioning that the alliance that I'm in is recruiting, because we are almost at full capacity again. As a matter of fact, at this moment we are full, but we have a couple friends visiting us from Praetorian Guardians. After Alliance Quest is over, they will head back to Praetorian, so we will have 2 openings if you're trying to get in to a top level alliance. Really great players, really just great people as well. Anyway, look us up, Guardians Reborn. My goal on this last hit was to somehow try to deal with Bernadette. I used a lot of the other heroes that I might use against the Bernadette tank, but I did have Oniwakumaru for that undispellable taunt, which is great. And then in purple, I have 2 mana control heroes here. Goretooth blocks mana at very fast speed, and Knave of Hearts gives mindless attack at average speed or fast speed, whatever. They're one tile match away. So I was able to, boom, stop her mana while I got a little heal on here and a little taunt on. Her mana gain is stopped, and then I got some more purples. So now I was able to switch from mana block to mindless attack. And then Domitia hits pretty hard, but her defense is just so strong, and I forget that she won't take defensive ailments either. So Goretooth is defense down. But as you can see, it just shows defense up no matter what. Then I was a little close here. I got a little nervous to have her ready to fire her special. But then I had Goretooth again, and Knave of Hearts again, and it was a long slog, especially towards the end here. Even with these minions, I just couldn't fight my way through somehow. And especially nervous here because, nope, that didn't quite take her out. And it was not a very friendly purple board after that point. But we did have the mindless thing. Somehow the mindless, oh, maybe it's Colia. And the mindless thing went away. But boom, I did what I set out to do. I took care of Bernadette. We were very close to the end of the war. Some of our big hitters had not hit, but a lot of people, with smaller, slightly less experienced teams were left still to hit. And I felt like, man, if I could just make this a manageable clean, maybe we can help them. And we did, because this team got taken out and we ended up winning the war. So that's that. Yeah, at this point, had a bonus that Goretooth revived, but he wasn't really going to do anything against anybody and all these mega minions. So he was like, well, whatever, let's see what happens here. And nope. So that's the end of the war. I did do what I set out to do, and that was take care of Bernadette. Thank you so much for checking out the video today, and we'll see you next time.